So, fun fact, I was going to talk about this camera and I was going to put it on my coffee table and we're going to have a quick chat about it. Turns out my coffee table is too low down, and if I did that, it chops my head off for this video. Hi everyone, got a bit of a different video today. Basically we're going to have a quick chat about this, which is my Yashica D medium format TLR. If you've been watching any of my videos about photographs I've taken across Italy, this is the camera that all of those photographs were made on. Like I said, it's a TLR. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a really old way of building a camera. Most modern cameras follow the SLR design, which is, there's a mirror which reflects the light in the image up into a prism, which you then look through and you can see that. This is a much older design. Essentially, you look through one lens, you take the picture through the other, the mirror is by here on that lens, you actually see something slightly different to what's getting taken by the camera itself. Doesn't usually matter unless you're going for a really close-up photograph, essentially. So that's what a TLR is. It stands for twin lens reflex, which SLR stands for single lens reflex. This is my Yashica. I've had this for about 4 or 5 years now. It was the first medium format camera I purchased. I bought it when film cameras were still cheap to buy. This cost me maybe about 40-45 quid back in the day. I'd be surprised if you could find one in the quality that this was in for about that nowadays. You're talking probably double, maybe even triple if you want a really, really nice example of one. From looking up online, it looks like it was built from somewhere between the late 1950s to the mid 70s. This one does have a sort of serial number on it, which I'm sure I looked up one time, and I think it corresponded to some times in maybe 1964, 65, sometime around that this particular one of mine was made. What we'll do, we'll have a little bit of a close-up look of this camera now and just show you exactly what's on it. So, like I said, this is my Yashica TLR. This is the lens that you compose the image with. This is the taking lens, so the actual lens that takes the photograph. This particular model was built in the 60s, so it has a f/22 to f/3.5 lens on it. I've looked up online, and apparently later models, toward the end of its production run, had an f/2.8 on there as well. This isn't that particular model. I'll take a closer look at it. Essentially, that's what we got there. On the front, this is the focusing knob. Literally, just as you can see, it moves the entire lens sort of mechanism forward. This is just the winding on one for winding on your film. Nothing really on the back, it's just basically blank. This side, again, we've got a cold shoe by here if you want to attach some sort of flash attachment. That's basically it. It's actually quite a sparse design. On the front, we've got two little rotating knobs here. One of them does the shutter speed, and the other one sorts out the aperture. I may have pointed to the wrong ones when I said that, but that's basically what those two there do. It's got a very interesting design. You actually have to cock the shutter. You don't just press a button and it goes off, so it won't go off accidentally, which is good. So you set the aperture, you set the speed, and then there's this little thing by here, which you go. If you hear that noise, that cocks the shutter, and then here's the shutter button, and that takes the picture. Really, really old design. To compose, flip up this, and you look down through this. I'll show you a better image of that now. There you go, you look through the top of that. It also has this little magnifying glass that'll pop out if you want to get closer up and compose a little bit more, a little better of something closer. But that's basically it. It's a very, very simple design. I like to say it's built like a tank because I've genuinely dropped this quite a few times and it still works. It's never broken on me, really, other than when I load film wrong in it. It's not really anything that's ever caused itself a problem. It's always me that's caused the problem. So guess who spent the last half hour recording a bunch of stuff and then had the card reformat itself and delete everything? Anyway, thanks for watching. This is my Yashica D. We've obviously just been talking about this. There was a bit when I showed you how I loaded film into it, which involves opening the bottom of this and putting the film in along there, twisting it along with this knob here. Unfortunately, I can't show you that now because the video deleted itself, and I'm not opening this up and ruining a lot of film just to re-record that. So, yeah. Like I've said before, this channel is not meant to be anything special and anything particularly well produced, and this is a perfect example of that. As usual, like and subscribe if you want to see more of this stupid kind of content. I'm going to leave you now with some photographs that I've taken on this camera. They shouldn't be ones that you've seen before if you've only been watching my YouTube. You may have seen them previously on my Instagram over the last few years. But either way, stick around, hope you enjoy them. Until next time, hopefully this goes better next time, but until next time, thanks very much for watching.